Okay, so one of the first things you're going to do for this class is get the data that we're going to be using with the tutorials. The author has created her own set of data that we use through the tutorials throughout the textbook. So we'll need to download those from the author's website and install them on our computer. And this is whether you're working on your own personal laptop, a home computer, or even the computers here at school. To do that, the first thing you want to do is create a place to put that data. And most all of you will have some type of file manager. You can see that down here at the bottom of my screen. If I open that up, Windows Explorer, you'll get this file manager. Hopefully you've worked with this before. Where the author wants you to install it for it to work best, ArcGIS is just on that C drive. So you're just going to click on that C drive, click a new folder, and call it GIS. Whoops, excuse me. GIS class. Now, I did that here on a school computer, but it probably is not going to work well on a computer like that. So if you're working on a home computer, that's how you do it. If you're doing it on a computer here at school, and I'm going to delete it off my computer here at school, just to show you, we have a folder called NICC. Most of the stuff on the C drive is erased every time you logged out and locked up in that way. The one place that's not is this NICC folder. And you notice I got a bunch of junk in that one. So actually in the NICC folder, that's where I'm going to create my new GIS class. Folder. So that's the folder I've created. I did it with the file manager. That's all I need to do with there. And I'm just going to close this now because now we're going to come back to these instructions. If you go to the author's website here, and I'm just going to right click and open that in a new tab, you will see the same exact instructions as I've got typed up in there. I basically copied her stuff in. So you could go directly with what's in my instructions. In other words, what you really need to do is click on this file right here. When you click on that, it's going to want to save that file, and you're going to go in your classes, you're going to go into your C drive. In your case, you'll have a GIS class there. I'm going to go just a little bit deeper and go into that GIS class and save it. Now, that may take quite a bit of time depending on your bandwidth and speed. Here it's telling me about 3 minutes. So we're going to pause and open that up here in just a little bit. Okay, so when it gets done downloading, this is what you'll see. And keep in mind, depending on your bandwidth, it could take quite a while. So you may want to go away and get some cookies and milk. Come back later. Wait till it's fully downloaded. Once it's fully downloaded, we have to extract it. Now, it's in a zip file. A zip file, the way I like to explain here on campus, like a piece of paper. You have a piece of paper on your desk. You can read it, you can understand it, you can write on it, you can do things with it. But if you're going to carry it with you, you're probably going to fold it up to a small piece and put it in your pocket. That's the same thing when done with this data. We folded it up and made it into a small piece. Well, when it's folded up, you can't read it, you can't use it, you can't do anything with it. So what we got to do now is unfold it or unzip it. It's like unfolding that piece of paper to read it. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to right click on it. And there are a couple different ways depending on your computer at home. You may have to, it may say extract, it may say open. What I have on my school computer here is 7-zip. Okay, I go there and I can extract. Here's what I pick. 7-zip is a free software out there. You can download it if you don't have an extraction software. You may have WinZip on your own computer. Another thing you can do sometimes is just double click on it and you may come up with some type of extraction utility. In this case, it came up with a little more complicated system, but you can extract it that way also. But I prefer, like I said, go 7-zip, extract here, and what that will do, it will unfold that folder and create all that data that we're going to be using. Now, if you have some space limitations on your computer, you can get rid of this zip file if you want. I recommend you keep it because probably about 1/4 of the students, by the time they get halfway through the course, somehow their data got messed up. It's never know why, it just happens, okay? Mistakes happen, computers go wacky, who knows what happened. Well, if you have the original zip file, you can just unzip it and replace it back with all the original stuff. So that's all we need to do to get that extracted. Now we're ready to go with the course. So pretty straightforward, pretty easy thing to do, but you need to do this before you go any farther. Like I said, you can put it on your C drive. Obviously, that's the best place, right at the work directory. You could put it on a zip or a flash drive. Flash drives tend to be a little bit slower. Flash drives tend to crash every once in a while, so keep that backup. Again, you can always download it again if you want. So that'll take care of this. If you have any questions, just make sure you let me know.